Hi, I'm Karen, the intuitive consultant. When I'm working with people, I often get visualizations of patterns or pictures in my mind, and oftentimes they can be really helpful when I'm sharing them with other people. So I wanted to share this with you in case it resonates and helps put something that's very big and amorphous into some kind of perspective. But the image that came to mind is kind of like a map of how we progress. So it starts off with us, this is a person as we're born, and within our energetic template or soul contracts that we come in with, it's like we have these pieces that we carry, and there's many of them, where each one of these represents either something to be healed or a gift that we're here to give. So either one of those requires energy and attention. If we're trying to heal a wound that we're carrying in, that could be ancestral, it could be for the collective, it could be from a past life, wherever that might come from, we need to hold that and create the healing environment for it to shift. If it's a gift that we have to give, the way we get trained with gifts is we're born with natural abilities, but usually it takes practice in how to give it, how to become aware of it. I see so many people who have these incredible spiritual gifts that I would say consists of being sensitive to energy, of being empathic, of being able to drop out of the mind's thinking and into a body felt sense of what's happening. These are all incredible gifts, but when nobody can say, that's a gift and that's how that fits into the big scheme of things, we can walk around thinking, what's wrong with me? Why aren't I normal? Why am I different from everybody else? How do I get this to stop? Why do people think that I'm oversensitive, or how do I stop being oversensitive? And really, you don't want to stop being oversensitive. You want to be able to use that sensitivity so your gift, instead of feeling like a curse, can feel like the gift that it is. The way we bring attention to what's inside that wants to be developed is we manifest experiences, people, patterns. We recreate them over and over again in our lives and relationships that are around us. And what happens is that when you start to notice that, I've seen that one before, I'm always in relationships where I feel abandoned, then you can start to identify this is just a reflection of those shadow pieces that are inside that we're not aware of until we become adults. When we can recognize that there's a pattern or something that's wanting attention, that's the empowering point when we can take what it looks like on the outside and actually bring it in to do the healing work within ourselves. And what happens is that when you stop trying to change or run away from the triggers on the outside and deal with what is the core pattern or the core message on the inside, instead of that being like an alarm going off that's trying to get your attention, when that healing happens and you make peace with it and you can integrate it into who you are, this actually becomes a superpower. And so that means you can step into giving your gift because you can understand it, you've lived it, and it also gives you authority to help mentor other people because you've been through the whole cycle. And when you heal it on the inside, this on the outside no longer needs to manifest in such a strong way that it triggers you because the trigger's gone. So your relationship with this thing is going to change. That's why changing things on the inside allows things in our external experience to also change. And conversely, if you're trying to change things on the outside, they're going to keep repeating until you can change them on the inside. Easier said than done, I know. And they say in life, the simplest things are often the hardest as well. A key aspect to this whole diagram is to show that the more you do this kind of healing work and take care of what's happening on the inside, the more energy you have available to serve your higher purpose or function or what you're really passionate about in life, because your energy isn't being taken up in this unconscious manifestation of patterns and external examples of what's happening on the inside, because this usually happens very unconsciously. Once you've done this work, it becomes conscious and you're actually working with it. And the energy that gets kind of sucked into recreating this over and over and over again, when it's healed, becomes available to support your whole system. And that means that you're able to step into your own life with more vitality and more clarity about moving into the future, rather than carrying these things around unconsciously, kind of like a burden on your back. I love these little diagrams, and they come to me when I'm working with clients, and I always find them helpful for myself. So I hope you found this helpful too, to understand like a greater process